There's no doubt that we're in the fight for our lives with COVID-19 devastating our communities nationwide, especially within the Black community. We're being hit harder than most, dying at almost 3 times the rate of white Americans. There are some who are skeptical of receiving the vaccine because of this nation's history of medical violence against Black bodies. But what I hope to do with this video is shed some light on why we all need to take the vaccine. One thing we've heard is the comparison to the government's Tuskegee experiment. And while it's true that it's one of America's great sins, what some get wrong is that the men weren't actually injected with the virus, but they weren't told of their diagnosis and weren't given the cure they sorely needed. The government didn't give the men syphilis, but did purposely withhold the penicillin that would have cured these men for over 30 years. It brings us to today, and yes, a lot of the racial inequity in medicine has come from medical malpractice, but one big factor is the lack of treatment offered to the Black community. These factors have led to Black people being more susceptible to this virus than others. Taking the vaccine is an opportunity for us to take a small step forward in making sure all communities are granted the same access to healthcare and cures. And while I know one video may not convince everyone, I hope that we can start a conversation to help ease some of the fear that people have about the vaccine. This disease has devastated our community, and I know personally, as I lost both of my grandfathers to COVID last year. And while we can't bring them back, we can work to make sure that 400,000 families don't endure that pain. We can make sure that one day we're soon able to hug our loved ones again. There's no doubt that we still have to address racial inequity when it comes to medical treatment, and this vaccine can be the first step in the long journey in making sure that access to preventative treatments are equal across the board. And remember, if you don't get vaccinated for yourself, do it for someone you love. Thank you.